Today we're in central Sanur and we're doing a walk along 3 of the main streets which connect the main road in Sanur to the beach. They are more than just connecting the main road to the beach. They've actually got some really cool things down there, like cafes and shops as well. So I'm going to show you the points of interest down these streets so you can take a walk down there yourself. The first of the streets that we're going to check out today is Jalan Kari, which is at the southern roundabout. This is the southern roundabout. That's the temple that lies in the middle of the roundabout. And Jalan Kari is down there. The main road's down there. So if that's Jalan Kari, that's where the beach is. So right on the corner is this Akari Japanese restaurant. It gets really busy at night. It's obviously good. I haven't been there, but it looks pretty good. It gets a lot of customers, gets good reviews. Maybe something to check out if you're in Japanese. Next door and almost right at the roundabout is this hotel, the Art Hotel. Fairly popular hotel. Prices are fairly reasonable. They're not expensive because it's not a direct beachside resort, but it is close to the beach. It's within about 200 meters of the beach. And that's mainly because this road that connects the main road to the beach here, Jalan Kari, is only about 250 meters long. Right across from the Art Hotel is Hey Ni Hao. And they regularly have a market down here. You'll need to get on their website to see if it's on. It's not on every week, but quite often they'll have a little art market down there, which is a nice little event in Sanur that you might come across during your stay here. And just a few steps further along is the Palm Garden. It's a little bit of a old school hotel, but prices are extremely reasonable. And I think the location is so fantastic and it looks clean, neat and tidy, nice big garden area with a pool on the inside. I think it's an interesting proposition as well if you're looking for a hotel down this end of town. It's beautiful, the gardens are beautiful. And attached to that is the Via Via restaurant, which only opened less than a year ago now. Via Via has a few outlets around the world and I've reviewed it. They do a really good nasi campur down there, good coffees, good local food, nice little cafe. And they have a social conscience as well, which I really like that aspect of it. They're more than just trying to make money. They've got that social thing going on as well. Really nice. Right next door to that is the Holiday Inn. And these places are literally just one after the other. Just one after the other down Jalan Kari. Holiday Inn, beautiful big building, big lobby, and down the back there, nice pool area as well. Another hotel that's quite popular. I hear a lot of people staying here as well. Next door to the Holiday Inn is the Intercontinental. The Intercontinental actually has beachfront access as well. This is just their driveway. And it used to be called the Fairmont Resort. It's been changed into the Intercon these days, and they're redoing a lot of their rooms. And I guess that's why when you look at reviews online, you've got to be a little bit skeptical about them because things are changing quickly at the Intercon. And next door to that is Pura Dalam Samawa. Nice little temple down there, which is next door to the Intercon, which is extremely close to the beach now. We're only 50 meters away from the beach. And as you can see, if you're staying anywhere along this road, it's very, very close to the beach. I mean, it's almost on the beach. It's that close. Brilliant location. And that, as you can see there, straight ahead, is the beach. They call this beach Pantai Semawang. And that's a Kusumasari beach cottages, which I don't know a lot about, but it's right here on the beach as well. And finally up here on the right, you have Stuja di Pantai, an extremely popular cafe. I've eaten there a few times and had a coffee there before as well. The thing about this place is that the location is unbeatable. It's sort of on a little bit of a point. And if you go to the outside area here, you just have unreal views of really everything, the whole ocean. And today's a beautiful, bright and sunny day. And you can see the view here. It's just fantastic, that beach view today. and that's the cafe there. Just awesome. So up that way, there's not a heap immediately there. There's a bunch of warungs up there, which do really basic warung food and drinks and cold beers and that sort of stuff. To the left, when you get down the end of this road, is a really new place, Avocado Lovers. Susan's actually in there at the moment trying out one of those avocado drinks. There she is. She's leaving me to do all the pounding the pavement. And if you go further up this way, it takes you to places like Tapa. And actually the front of the Intercontinental is further along again. In the mornings, this is where a lot of the diving trips leave from, and you'll see a lot of boats coming in and picking up passengers and this sort of stuff. So that's the first of the 3 roads done. Really short. The access from the main road to the beaches here is really short. This is one of the shorter ones. And as you can see, there's actually a lot of stuff on those roads aside from them just being beach access. You can stay there, you can go to cafes down there. And if you're staying in town and you're not on one of those roads, check them out, they're interesting. So the next road that we're gonna have a walk down from the main road to the beach is Jalan Dong. This is an interesting little road that runs down the side of the Hyatt Regency. So the first place that we get to on the right here is warung kecil. Warung kecil is local food, nasi campur style, where you pick which dishes you want to eat. You have a bit of rice in the middle, whether it's yellow rice or white rice. And that's the place there. That food's really tasty local food. Bit of chili on there, bit of spice on there. And you can pick and choose what you want. So if there's something there you don't think you might like, you just skip it. Lots of veggies, lots of meat, and they'll just charge you based on how much you choose to put on your plate. Definitely worth a try. And it's slightly above the normal warung standard in that it's nice, clean and tidy, bright white walls. It has an international standard, if you like. Very, very comfortable to go in there and have a meal. The next place, which is almost next door, is called Pescado. Pescado in Spanish means fish. I haven't been there, but my friend has, and she says it's high class Spanish food and highly recommends it. Interesting, because I haven't heard too many other people recommend it, but she swears by it, and that's good enough for me. So if you're looking for Spanish food or seafood, that place is somewhere to check out. Okay, walking a little bit further along is the Duyung Homestay. Another place that's, I guess, one of those places which is aimed at people who are on a little bit more of a budget, a little bit more family-oriented accommodation, not your big chain accommodation. The rooms are going to be smaller. You're not going to have all the bells and whistles, but you're going to get it at a good price. A few more steps down and we have the Nern Cafe, or I don't really know how to say that, Nern Cafe. That's another highly regarded cafe down this end of town on the road between Salah and the beach. Nern, keep that one in mind. Another popular place down this end is the Segara Agung. Because of its location and proximity to the beach, we're only about 100 metres from the beach here. So another good choice down this end. OC Coffee and Eatery. I've only been in there once, and it's an interesting little concept, very quiet and relaxed. And that's sort of what we want in Bali. We don't want these busy old places. Really nice to have a coffee down there. This is the motorbike parking area down this end of Jalan Dong. It's renowned for where you get your helmet stolen. So if you leave your helmet on your bike, and there's even signs up here, if you leave the helmet on the bike, there's a good chance it's going to get stolen if it's a half decent helmet. I've had my helmet stolen here before, and I had it chained to my bike, actual chain with a lock, and someone came along and busted that lock, stole the helmet, and yeah, there's not much you can do about it except do not leave your helmet lying on the bike, especially at night. It will get stolen. And we're now about 20 metres to the beach, or the beach path. And as you can see, it's another short road between the main road and the beach. And that's what's great about this end of town. The roads are really, the main road's really close to the beach. Now that place is Lemo. That's sort of like a healthy I don't know, a healthy cafe if you like, with gluten-free products and that sort of stuff. Highly recommended. Not too many of those in Sanur, but that's one of them. Definitely check out Lemo. So we're now at Pantai Duyung, and big shout out to Belinda, who just came and said hello. Always nice to have people come up and say hello, and you know, that's what it's all about when you're sort of in Bali, this friendly, you know, atmosphere. We're all here for a good time, and yeah, I really appreciate it. This part of town, or part of the beach, is where there's a huge concentration of places to eat and bars. Now, if you go left, so you get to the end of Jalan Dong to this sign, you turn left, you've got two places that are really popular straight there, Seagrass and La Playa. Both of those places are sort of cafe slash eateries, and La Playa at night is certainly really popular. And then to the right, there's a bunch of places up there, absolute huge number of places. Lila Pantai, Umba, there's that coconut place which is very popular, and I've tried a lot of these places, and you really can't go wrong. So if you're in this area, or even if you just want to visit this area, you can certainly come here and go left or right and not be disappointed with the eating options. And that's why staying at somewhere like the Hyatt is so convenient, because the Hyatt's right next door to this. So you could, if you don't want to eat at the in hotel dining at the Hyatt, you can go straight out the front, walk down the path. Within 50 meters or 100 meters, you've got something really nice. Which brings us to the third street, which goes from the main road to the beach today, which is Jalan Pantai Sindu, the Sindu Beach Road. This road is perhaps the busiest of all the roads, or the road that's got the most things of interest on it. There are lots of bars, lots of warungs, lots of cheap food, and this is a very, very popular place for people to come for a meal at night. First place we get to is this GC barbershop. This is a place that I go pretty often. They do a haircut for 50,000. They'll shave your head for 50,000. Dirt cheap, and the guy in there does a pretty good job too. He's usually quite busy. I've been there when there's like a line of like 5 people before, but I've also been there sometimes when there's no one, and then you get in there and there's all of a sudden a big wave of people. So it's on and off, but definitely worth going there for a haircut. Straight across the road, Warung Rakarai. I've already reviewed Rakarai. I really like it. Really like it. They do have sports on the TV there at the bar. The food there's quite good. It's quite well priced as well. You get a cheap beer, cheap meal. I like it. Rakarai, definitely worth a shot. Then we have the Aussie Orange Warung, and just about next door is Bull's Coffee, one of my favourite coffee shops in all of town. They do a really big croissant. The coffees are excellent. Pretty good Wi-Fi, nice air-conditioned location, and people love the bagels there. It's a really good one. I highly recommend Bull's if you're down this end of town for a coffee, especially if you're swinging by on the way to the beach and you're a bit caffeine starved. Definitely the way to go. Steps down is Shotgun Social, an absolutely massive open air bar, cafe, everything. They do everything there. They've got Taco Tuesday, they've got wings, beer, they've got cafe food, coffee, they've got everything. There's a massive garden area. It's absolutely enormous, absolutely enormous. I mean, that'd probably be a great place to go. If you had a really big group of people that needed to go out for a big night, you could start off there and get your sort of pub food and beers, and then move on from there. That's a pretty good place. The Aquarius Beach Hotel is a fairly popular one, which is probably about 200 meters from the beach. And straight across the road from that is Warung Sports, another place that I enjoy, and most people I know really enjoy it. They do a Sunday roast there. The beers are cheap, they're cold, and the people are extremely friendly, nice people, good people. A lot of homemade food, apple turnovers, different cakes, a lot of homemade stuff there, and that's what really makes it special and why people love it. It's that home style cooking that reminds them of back home at a really good price, and the atmosphere is always good too. So we're almost at the beach now, and this is the inner Sindu beach. I don't think I've known anyone to have stayed there before, so I can't really comment on it too much. The beach is just here, and as you get closer to the beach down at Sindu, you have all these clothes, arts and craft shops, which are pretty standard down this end of town. until you get to the sign, which is Pantai Sindu and the big temple. And now that we're at the end of this road, the main things here, if you turn right, you've got the turtle conservation, you've got amphibious seafood restaurant called Warung, which opens up at night and is excellent. You've got Redback specialty coffee and Seoul on the beach. They're all really good. And then if you go left up that way, you've got Birdhouse, which is extremely popular as well, a massive big cafe and restaurant type arrangement. And Tootsie's, which is a little bit not as fancy if you like, but very popular as well. Beers, they'll do cafe food as well. A bit sort of middle of the road in terms of you know, in terms of standard, not the high class Birdhouse thing, but not a Warung either. So that's 3 roads which lead from the main road down to the beach. They're all pretty interesting and all have their own little pluses and minuses, but I really enjoy those 3 roads, and I think you might too. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all things Sanur. I'll catch you next time.